What is good? Remember, this life on Earth is a simulation. Make it what you want. Hopefully, you're having an amazing day. Got to talk about the South Park creators, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. If you've never seen any of their live action comedies, live action comedy sounds like an action movie. What I'm referring to is Basketball. Not their first movie. Their first movie was some wildly inappropriate movie that I heard of. I've never seen. But Basketball. If you've never seen Basketball, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, one of their first bigger movies before South Park exploded. Or maybe South Park had already been huge. But these guys, I highly suggest that Basketball, the South Park creator movie, is an investment. You should just own it on DVD like I do. It's funny. It's original. It's brilliant from brilliant minds. But they're now working with Kendrick Lamar, which is insane. And this is going to be a good series. Just the premise. What's up, Solus? Good afternoon to you. I can tell what time zone you're in. So yeah, South Park creators are working with Kendrick Lamar. There was a leak on Twitter about the live action. And looks like they got some good comedy writers. I mean, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, great comedy writers. And then I also want to talk about DraftKings. DraftKings preying upon the addicts, the gambling addicts. There's an insane lawsuit happening against a guy who's doing 6.5 years. He worked for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he just filed a federal lawsuit against DraftKings because they were just going at, they knew his weakness was gambling and they went all in on him. I think he stole $22 million from the Jaguars. Was it the Jaguars? I think that's the team. Again, links down in the description. Piece by Piece? Is it called Piece by Piece? The Kendrick Lamar? And I don't think it had a title. So yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. But before I get into that, let me just say this. If you're a manager, I was a manager. Management is a interesting American profession. Middle management. It's one of those things where you just go, overseers to overseers. Is it needed? No. But when you have the CEOs and the board of members and the boards and the CEOs and the CFOs, you have managers and middle management because those wealthy people don't want to deal with the working poor, the working class. They don't want to deal with the people who create the labor. They have people to deal with that. That's all management is, just so you know. Christy, yes, I know. What do you know? No, I think Piece by Piece is a Pharrell Williams one in animated Lego. Oh, yeah. I don't really like Pharrell Williams. I think that dude could go fuck himself. But yeah, I think he's totally got Lego characters or something now. No, Kendrick Lamar is doing something with the South Park creators. Totally different. And the premise, I'll tell you what the premise is in a minute. It's hilarious. I can't wait to see what these guys do. Because they always push the envelope. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, cutting edge comedy. They've always been genius. South Park is an amazing show. I don't really watch it anymore, but it's hard to deny the brilliance, you know, how topical, how well written and satirical, how they satire reality is brilliant. But before I get into that, before I tell you the premise of this new Kendrick Lamar and South Park creators, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and before I tell you the premise of that show, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. This is a newsmentary. I always think of the more you know. Newsmentary, news commentary live stream that I do every weekday. So if you're just joining and you're new, it would mean the world to me if you hit subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. That's not a lofty goal, not for us. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I love when people are up in the chat, like Christy and Solus. Thank you guys. And this news commentary, yes, I bring you news. We talk about news things, but it's a discussion. You know, you're more welcome to chat and to chime in on things. In fact, it's more interesting that way. I think this is how the news should be discussed in general. Damn, if I had a TV news show, I would have a live feed of the comments. We'd have to have some good moderators, though. You could just live live stream the news, and that's what this is. So I say hit the notification bell after hitting the subscribe, because I do go live 5 days a week, more than Philly DeFranco, more than Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, more than all those cats. I do it 5 days a week. They do it 4. So I'm out here bringing you the news, commentary, and join the Discord. That's right, Solus. Discord link in the chat. Thank you. What's up? Good afternoon, Kevin Hawthorne. But I just want to say, middle management. Right now at my work, they got the big time regional managers coming in, right? Coming in tomorrow. And this past week, they've been scrubbing, polishing. I can't tell you how many things I was scrubbing and cleaning and vacuuming. And I keep saying to my managers, I say, why are we doing this? Why are you polishing a turd? Let the managers see, because there's obviously some issues with what's going on at the company. And they think moving things around and cleaning things is like the fix. And I tell everybody, I'm like, no, the fix is hiring more people so there's not one person working 4 jobs, and paying people more so we're not all exhausted after working 4 jobs and not making enough money to do anything in our leisure time. You do that, and guess what? Your company's going to flourish. When people are treated correct, they flourish. I say, so let them see the turd unpolished. I don't know why you're doing all this cleaning, deep clean, clean play, all this stuff. It's like, it makes no sense, middle management. They're going to come in and go, oh, it looks so clean, da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what the complaints are. But you need to let them see reality. And everyone's scared to get blamed. But the only blame is on the company who allowed this to happen. So that was my philosophy in management. Like, show them what it is. You know, if you're not doing a bad job and you're busting your tail and you're doing the best you can with the shat tools they gave you, then you need to show them the shat tools they gave you. Talking about middle management and how at my company, big managers are coming in to check on the little managers, which is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Jesus. Sorry for the language. But it really, managers, like we have big shift managers, store managers, assistant managers, regional managers, director managers, district manager. There's so many fucking managers, and it's all stupid. Why? Because you just need one boss to disseminate the information, and you need maybe one manager. That's good. That's also a worker. But it's so dumb. And they're coming in to look at things that don't need to be fixed. Like, they're not coming to check how clean the fucking place is, even though there's violations everywhere. They want to see why, you know, they want to see different things. And I say, show them the truth. Why hide it? Why try to polish this turd? Don't polish the turd. Let them see it's a turd. Hi, what's up, Terry? Terry, I've been trying to catch your videos. I feel like every time I get an alert, I go to your video and it was like recorded 2 hours ago. And I'm like, God dang. Cut C2K. Where the snow bunnies at? They're up in the mountains, homie. So anyways, that was my little rant on managers for whoever. Good. Terry, we got to do some paranormal stuff. It's that time of year. So anyways. I came in to poop. Sorry. I was ranting because at my work, big managers, the regional managers are coming to check on the store managers. And I was saying it's so stupid because the problem is people aren't paid enough and they're overworked. Like, one person's doing 4 jobs. So they're coming to look at the store and everyone's cleaning it. And I say, let them see how it is on a day-to-day. Let them see what the average customer sees. Don't polish this turd. Don't polish it. Let them see what it is. You know, tell them the real issues, but they hide it. And then the manager comes in, everybody smiles and acts like it's okay. And then the next day it's horrible again. So work remotely, bro. Leave the country. Oh, yes. True, Hefe. Ain't that the true, Hefe? Life is good out here. I would love to leave this fucking country, man. I've looked up how to get into Denmark, and you got to speak Danish, and I've been learning Danish. Oh, I'd love to go live in Denmark. If anybody knows a secret passage into Denmark, like if you're taking a Viking ship there or whatever, please, I will pay to be storage. If you're smuggling people to Denmark, please take me. Denmark, beautiful. I've never been. I've been to England a few times, in Canada, and that. But and I love all of the UK. But Denmark is one of those places where I feel a connection. Anyways, let's talk about South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker and Kendrick Lamar series. I'm going to tell you finally what it's about, what the premise of the live action comedy. It's not an action. They just call it live action now because they got like the CGI comedies, cartoons. Just means it's filmed with real people. Weird way to describe it. And please hit subscribe and the notification bell if you're new here. Also, I want to talk about DraftKings, this lawsuit. Dude who got sentenced for stealing $22 million from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was their financial advisor. Sentenced to 6.5 years. He just filed a federal suit saying DraftKings preyed on his gambling addiction. And I think he's right. I don't think this is no bogus blow-off thing. All right, so the Matt Stone, Trey Parker, South Park creators are doing a TV show. I think it's a TV show. And probably streaming or something. Hopefully they put it on YouTube. And by the way, if you have not seen their deepfake series using Donald Trump's face for the deepfake, oh my God, I forget what it's called. But it's on YouTube. You got to look it up. Just look up Trey Parker, Matt Stone, deepfake Donald Trump. And it will come up. Oh, that's awesome, Solus. Oh, yeah. What's up, Skibbity JM? And please, if you guys haven't, join the Discord. It's amazing. Solus has been doing some great work in there. We've got some cool channels, some cool threads. So Trey Parker, Matt Stone, they created South Park. If you haven't seen the movie Basketball, great movie. Watch that. That's one of their live action comedies. They're working with Kendrick Lamar, who's going to star in this show. And the premise of the show is Kendrick Lamar, his character, goes to work as a reenactor, as a slave reenactor. And he finds out while doing this, like, you know, it's probably some historical village. We have like historical villages around here in Massachusetts where there's reenactors where they like pretend they just got off, you know, the Mayflower, Plymouth Plantation. That's what one of them's called. And then there's the Native Americans who teach you all. And it's really cool. The reenactors, they stay in character from that time period. I should go do a video. I should do a live from there. I should take my kids and film it. Deepfakes are scary as hell. So essentially he's a reenactor. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it wouldn't be a reactor. He's a actor. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Renaissance Fair, stuff like that, Terry. I love Renaissance Fair. Oh, there's one here called King Richard's Fair that we got to get tickets to because I got to do a video there. It's amazing. They have jousting and the king and it's fucking nuts. They used to, when I was growing up, when we go there, they would have tigers on a leash that you could go up and take pictures with. It was insane. Yeah, the AI deepfake stuff is crazy. But if you want to see some funny AI deepfakes, check out the Matt Parker, Trey Stone thing with Techno Viking. What's up, Timothy Mnemonic? Good to see you, man. So Trey Parker, Matt Stone's creators of South Park, Kendrick Lamar. The series is about Kendrick Lamar's character being a slave reenactor. And while he's doing that, he finds out that his white girlfriend, her ancestors actually were slave owners and owned his family. So that premise in itself is hilarious, boundary pushing. It's that stuff where the right always says you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today, but it's like South Park's doing shit like that. They're making edgy ass comedy. So this is going to be one of those. We're talking about AI because I think in the article, I link all the articles down below, by the way, if you want to read about this new series with Kendrick Lamar and the South Park creators. They say they use deepfakes in it. They turned Kendrick Lamar into Tupac, into I forget who else, but they said like a lot of the stuff got put on the cutting room floor, but they're using deepfake, and leave it to the South Park creators to do deepfake justice. Like this is the one occasion where I'm okay with deepfakes because they use, what's it called? Sassy Justice. If you have not seen Sassy Justice, do yourself a favor, Google when the live stream of news commentary that I do, when this live stream is over, I need you to go on YouTube and look up Sassy Justice. It's about a local investigative reporter in Colorado who's a deepfake. It's Trump deepfake. They use Trump's face, but he has like this funny ass wig and he talks like this, and he has a super lisp, but he's super fantastic. And he's Sassy Justice, and he's out for justice, and he does like consumer investigations. So Terry, JM, Solus, Timothy Mnemonic, I'm telling you guys, Look up Sassy Justice. You will thank me. Solus, if we could put that in the Discord, in the YouTube recommendations, I'll put it in there after this. So if you join the Discord, I'll put the link to Sassy Justice YouTube channel. I stumbled upon it, and it is the funniest thing in the world. And it's the South Park creators who do this whole thing. They clearly do it because they use Al Gore as a deep fake. They use a ton of deep fakes, but this is the only occasion where I'm okay with deep fakes, where it's like clear satirical comedy, parody, hilariousness, you know. Yeah, grab the link. I'm telling you, Sassy Justice, getting hilarious. You guys are going to, and you can watch them all. I don't even know why they didn't make an announcement or what this was supposed to be. They just posted them all to YouTube. And like it was very discreetly, because I stumbled upon it, and you figured the South Park creators would talk about this. So I guess this is going to have tones of that, because there's going to be some deep fake stuff. Check out the pillars at St. John's Cathedral in New York. Oh, the pillars of St. John's. Why? Interesting. So Solus will put that in the Discord. Yeah, there's a Sassy Justice YouTube channel. You see it. It's Trump's face. It's a deep fake Trump. Sassy Justice with white hair, Donald Trump. Yeah, it's like white wavy hair, like curly hair. Yeah, that's it. Oh man, do yourself a favor, watch it. It's so good. See, that's the other thing I bring you on this live stream, this newsmentary. I bring you the greatest gems ever. You'll be thanking me all week. Sassy Justice. It's so good. And then the Tom Cruise episode. And oh my God. What are the pillars? Is New York blown up? Built in the late 1800s. Interesting. Okay, so now I want to talk about, thank you, Solus. Thank you so much. Jima, what's up? Good to see you. No, I have not. Stinky Bunny, good to see you. I haven't talked about the debate. I only watched one clip on PBS because I couldn't believe when I was reading about the debate between the vice presidents. I could not believe, like I thought it had to be a joke that J.D. Vance said to, when Nora Roberts, and I don't know who the other moderator was, when they were trying to cut him off, and they were like, hey, we're moving on. We've already talked about Springfield. We've spoken about that. And J.D. Vance literally stopped them. If you didn't see this, I thought it was a joke when people were quoting it and posting links to it and photographs, memes, and GIFs about it. I thought it was a joke. I was like, there's no way J.D. Vance really said that. And he stopped the moderators. He said, hey, the rules for tonight were you weren't going to fact check me. And I thought, no fuck way. Like, there's no way this guy really said it. So I had to go Google it on YouTube. PBS has just the 2-minute clip of that happening where they cut both their mics. And J.D. Vance literally said, hey, the rules of the debate tonight were that you weren't going to fact check me. And I thought, if you can hear that and still support a dude, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. Bandito, hey, what's up? Yeah, you said no fact checking, Bandito. That's the only thing I've seen, because I just can't watch this stuff. It's all liars. You know, it's just who can lie the best. And this dude said, hey, the rules for tonight, which I thought was hilarious. And immediately I tweeted, hey, the rules were there were no rules, which is basically what he's saying. You know, and that's what some political associations want in this country, which is, listen, if there's going to be no rules, let's just make it no rules for everybody. All right. That's the only rule is there's no rules for everybody. So I couldn't believe that. So I didn't talk about it only because I don't care. I don't know who won. I didn't watch it. I watched that one clip and I say, if you say that in a live debate, the rule was you weren't going to fact check me. That's an automatic L, because that just means like, hey, you can't take what I'm saying and like tell me that I'm a liar. You know, like you can't fact check me. It's fucking crazy. We're gonna never watch. Oh yeah. I know. It's good to see you, Bandito. Zero question about the economy of Ukraine. Yeah, I mean, they just don't care. I would like to know about the working class. You know, that's who we are, and that's what we need to know. Remember, I was saying this yesterday in the live stream. This is a job that used to be called a public service. You became a public servant, and these people are just out for themselves. I talked yesterday or the day before, Trump's licensed his name to selling watches and fossil watches. So I want to talk about this DraftKings story because I think this is real important, and I'm curious to know how the news, I don't like the news, But newsmentary, what I do, I'm going to position this a different way. I don't know how they're going to position it, and I wonder, because DraftKings sponsors everybody and their mother, which I hate. I hate seeing Kevin Hart, the host of P. Diddy parties. You know him from the host of Freak Offs, which sounds like an MTV show. VH1 Late Night presents MTV Freak Offs. It wouldn't be VH1 present MTV. It'd be VH1. What was it? VH1 behind the music presents Diddy Freak Offs, hosted by Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's been awfully quiet, huh? And there's more charges on Diddy, but I haven't read them all, so we'll talk about Diddy later this week. But DraftKings sponsors everything. Everything is an ad by DraftKings. They have so much money from people gambling. These people are ridiculously wealthy, and I think it's horrible. But this one dude who worked, he was the financial advisor or something with finances for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This friggin' dude, right? He stole $22 million from the company to gamble, which is bad. He's serving 6.5 years in a federal prison. No doubt, like, his gambling addiction got the best of him. That dude needs help. It's a disease, for real. Should he be doing that much time in prison? I don't know. But when you hear what DraftKings did, they assigned him a personal gambling person. Like, DraftKings had a personal liaison for this gambling addict at the Jacksonville Jaguars, which, number one, DraftKings knows that because he works for a football team, he can't even legally gamble. But they had a personal liaison who would contact him 100 times a day. DraftKings gave him $1.1 million in free betting money to obviously exacerbate his issue, his disease, his addiction. And not only that, but if he hadn't bet by the morning, they would have their DraftKings liaison contact this dude, call him nonstop, keep calling him and say, hey, why haven't you placed a bet? You know, and whatever. I'm guessing they'd be like, hey, if you place this much money, we'll match it, or whatever it was. And they preyed upon this dude, not P-R-A-Y, P-R-E-Y. They took advantage of this dude, and he ended up stealing a bunch of money from the organization, got sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison. Now he's dropped a lawsuit suing DraftKings for $250 million, and I hope he wins it, and I hope he gets out of prison and gets to live a good life and gets some serious help. Hopefully that money there's like a asterisk in that case where, like, some of that money has to be used for him to go to a rehab to get some help for his addiction. And if that's the case and he does get help and he recovers, then man, he's totally entitled to it. Pressure will either crush you or make you a diamond. That's true, G-Ma. DraftKings, almost like Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, it's soulless. That's so true. But yeah, Terry, dirty. They did this dude dirty. Imagine that. Like, imagine knowing you have a gambling addiction, knowing that you can't even gamble, and DraftKings personally, they're like, hey, we got a guy who's going to set you up. And then him calling you. Imagine if anyone called you 100 times a day. My family, I don't have much family, but I'm trying to think, like, who could even call? Nobody calls me even 4 times a day, never mind 100. Think about that. In today's day and age, text messages, all that stuff. Imagine getting called 100 times a day, and that's what DraftKings was doing to this guy. And they were doing it when he hadn't bet that day. If he hadn't placed the bet, they were monitoring him. He hadn't placed the bet, they sent their little liaison to go encourage him to say, you know, he was like, why aren't you betting? Why aren't you betting on this game? Why aren't you betting on that? That's Ruth. I don't bet. I don't do DraftKings, but if you do, reconsider who you're giving your money to, who you're losing your money to. I'd rather lose it at a casino than with DraftKings, man. Yeah, anybody's brain would break. This dude, I feel so bad for him because you know he had an addiction. And the dirty part about this is, too, the muddy part, the part in the trenches, is that DraftKings knows he can't get, he works for an NFL organization. Like, it's like them contacting players. Like, those people can't gamble, which is funny because, you know, how can our Congress bet on stocks when they regulate the industries that the stocks are for? Ugh, my brain's gonna break. Rather lose it at blackjack. Amen. Amen, G-Ma. Right? Let me throw some dice. Let me play some poker. I'll lose it at poker all day long. Well, no, I won't. I'll take your money. Oh, Jesus, Chief Queen. Oh, my God. Soulless. All right, guys, I got to wrap this one up. But those two stories, the Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Kendrick Lamar series, we're going to stay on top of that because that is going to be brilliant. Please, please, please go check out Sassy Justice on YouTube because I'm wrapping this up. I'm giving you enough time to go watch Sassy Justice. Hilarious. You're going to thank me. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to go stop by the beach. Much love and hugs to you, Timothy Mnemonic, Terry, Gma, Bandito was up in here. Who else? Soulless, Timothy Mnemonic, JM. If I forgot you, my apologies. I don't want to. Stinky Bunny stopped by. Good to see Stinky Bunny. That's a funny name. And True Hefe. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And Terry, I gotta catch one of your lives. I want to get into one of your lives. Terry does a lot of paranormal videos. So, and I got a long and complicated history with the paranormal. So I love watching Terry's stuff. So thank you, Terry, for being an amazing creator. All right, guys, salute to all of you. Much love to all of you. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Don't worry, Soulless, you got it. I was joking anyways. I just knew you'd be on it. Soulless, you're amazing. Don't ever sweat nothing. You're amazing. TB Hospital in Louisville, Kentucky. Ooh, Terry, that's what we should do. We should do a live where we talk about different locations around the world. And because it's getting to be that time of year, I want to take you guys around downtown Salem because I live real close to there. Okay. Yeah, I know you do other stuff too, but you do some cool paranormal stuff as well. So yeah, you guys, if you guys want to check out Terry's channel, and if there's other YouTube creators, leave it in the comments. I love spreading the love, sharing the love, getting other creators involved. So thank you guys so much. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so I can see you guys tomorrow and Friday. Thank you so much. Peace.